everyone, welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're ready because we're about to start season 2 of The Boys. So this was just released on Amazon a few days ago, and I knew that many of you guys probably would be interested in watching reactions to this, so I held off on getting started on it until I could sit down and actually film something. As you see, we've got a guest now. Nala is joining us. If you guys don't watch my other reaction series, this is kind of my new setup area. I'm still waiting on a ring light, so the lighting is slightly off, but we've got a new microphone and all sorts of other cool stuff, so ready to get back into this interesting, hilarious, dark, just all around enjoyable show. So if you guys watched my season 1 boys reactions, you'll know that there are some things that I was kind of disappointed about. Overall, I felt like they did a good job on the themes, but there were certain things that seemed slightly cliche, or that there wasn't really anything unexpected, but that I strongly felt that the things that started happening near the end of the season that kind of pointed to this season suggested that we might be getting some good, kind of interesting, surprising things going forward. So I'm really excited about this season. I feel like maybe it's an opportunity for them to sort of branch out and give us some more interesting ideas beyond just the idea that superheroes can, you know, be very destructive and bad guys, and challenging the notion of good and bad in terms of the superheroes versus the vigilantes, the boys, and all of that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Curious to see what's gonna happen. How is Butcher gonna get out of that situation? Obviously he's still gonna be alive, so Homelander has to choose to let him live, so we'll see why that is the case. And you know, a lot of other stuff expected to go down. We've got soup terrorists. Madeline is dead. Homelander killed her. And then the rest of the guys are basically hiding out on the run. So lots of stuff to get to, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they do it. All right, so let's get into episode 1, season 2 of The Boys. Here we go. Well, good music to start us off, right?
Fun. Try swimming in the Mariana Trench, you little fucking idiots. Yeah, not so fun now. No, it's dark and it's cold.
Oh
You're
my
so
God.
alone. You're so goddamn fucking alone.
Just having a further mental breakdown.
Swim free, little fish. Made bail.
But yeah, Annie's not going to be safe. Not even as long as... Oh, she's with the 7. But, I mean, if she was to leave the 7, she wouldn't be safe either.
Hey, man.
Like, they'd never allow that.
Want
So
a
as long as
fresca?
it exists, she's not going to be safe. Fresca?
Thanks.
Using upwards of 30 pounds of C4. Why would William Butcher do it? Disgruntled, perhaps, over his deceased wife, a former Vaught employee. And why was Madeline Stillwell's baby found safe in a yard 17 miles away?
Wait!
These are among the many questions.
Where is Monsieur Charcuterie?
I'm honestly
Why is
shocked.
it cold? Who
I
cares?
am shocked that
He
Homelander
could
let
be
that
dead.
baby live. He was so jealous
he's too
of
much
that
of an asshole
baby.
to die.
Like, he hated that kid. He'd be glaring at that kid all the time. I can't believe he just let the kid live.
This man, whose real identity is unknown,
Oh no. Oh no. He isn't gonna... He's going to, isn't he? He's going to. He even warms it up first. What the fuck, man? I still can't believe he let that baby live.
Homelander, wow, you're... It's an honor, sir.
Wait. Hold on. You can tell it's me? Wow. That's impressive.
And you don't need super eyes when you have super ears.
Can I just say, that is amazing. And you, my friend, are a true hero. Not because of what you do for a job, but well, because of what you've overcome.
Thank you. That means everything coming from you.
Oh, stop it. Come on. Hey, guys, I just have one question, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So, what happens if, I don't know, if I do this? And now you're just another useless fucking blind guy. This must be some kind of a joke.
I knew he wasn't happy when.
Ashley.
Come on, you could have made.
What
the
made you
point
think
by,
I would ever allow a cripple into the 7? For fuck's sakes, Ashley, don't look at him, look at me. Ashley! Look at me.
Sorry.
Let's get one thing straight. The only reason you're here and not doing corporate PR for fucking diva cups is that I brought you here. You are dispensable, which means you answer to me.
Okay.
You're here to be
Now
my
on.
servant.
I will set my own agenda, approve my own marketing, and write my own talking points. You will tell me everything that goes on the 99th floor, and I mean
And my
everything.
spy.
Every call, email, group chat. If a fucking light bulb goes out, you will tell me. And Ashley, in no fucking way do you decide who goes in the 7. I decide. Do we have an understanding?
Yes.
Got the bathroom. I'll clean
The
it up.
deep is not in a good.
No need to
What'd you do in the
apologize.
bathroom?
Okay. Oh shit, you scared me.
That's just Carol. Good friend.
Just Carol.
This is the Deep.
I've been looking forward to meeting you, Deep. Would you like a fresca?
Fresca again? What is this?
Thank you.
Anyway,
What's he
no
about
need
to
to
get himself
apologize. We've all been there. It's tough.
into? Have we? Have we all gotten drunk and yelled at children
And
in
where?
a
Rock
water
bottom.
park?
I'm thinking rock bottom.
For me, my aha moment, the good people that day. And you start to question, like,
So this
fucking
is.
arrows against Tech 9s.
Uh,
But I came to see that archery isn't irrelevant, it's timeless. It's a
Oh my God.
pure and
So what,
ancient
she's like his
art.
life coach or something? Fucking arrows. against
Carol
these guys.
helped me see that.
And what are you, his therapist or
That's what
something?
everyone says about Hawkeye, of course.
no, therapy's very destructive, actually. You could say I'm his teacher.
What?
What about you, Deep?
Therapy is destructive.
What about me?
How did you constantly demeaning women?
That's a good question, Deep.
Okay, thank you. You know what? I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's weird as fuck. So I'm leaving.
Well, we just want to help.
Carol really helped me, Deep.
No, thank you.
Help you get back into the 7.
Is this supposed to be Scientology? Because they also said the thing about therapy being destructive. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Deep is about to become a Scientologist. They're trying to recruit the Deep to Scientology so that they can have a Scientology play in the 7. That's fucking hilarious. That's amazing. I love it. I love it.
Meaning, I've been trying to put this puzzle together, and there's a missing piece, and it's been driving me nuts, and I think you just handed it to me.
Okay, so then what's the whole picture?
The whole picture? It's Vought. It's a fucking coup from the inside.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Homelander giving out the Compound V to make the super
Ma'am,
terrorists.
that was...
Get the police in! Holy shit! Go! Get him! Go, 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 go!
Ow!
My Laisse bien super there. There's one. Richie, who do you know who can do that? No one. Our head's gonna explode.
Look,
Our head's gonna explode.
I'm worried about
But seriously, what the fuck was that? First of all, so they just killed her off. So she's just gone.
Use that fear to control us.
Underbred American as Disney and Edison.
Well, this is a truly fascinating, if not slightly condescending lecture, but
Slightly.
I don't think I see the point, Stan.
The point is that you are under a misconception that we are a superhero company. We are not. What we are, really, is a pharmaceutical company. And you are not our most valuable asset. That would be our confidential formula for Compound V, which you, man-child that you are, released into the wild.
Don't know what you're talking about.
He is not
Well, let me remind you.
afraid at all.
You slipped Compound V to terrorists all over the globe to get you and your cronies into national defense. But maybe at the cost of destroying the whole company.
I don't think I appreciate your tone, sir. Not much at all.
And I don't appreciate that the FDA now knows about Compound V, or that it's only a matter of time before the public finds out. While you're preening at the Golden Globes, we're busy running around like maniacs trying to clean up the mess you made. I don't have to consult you about Stormfront or anything else.
It's probably like nobody talks to me like this.
Now,
What's this happening?
I believe you have a premiere of Tech Night Lives.
Oh
to
my
go to.
god. He's so pissed. He's so pissed, but he's not doing anything. He'll abandon you to die?
It's a fucking mess, son. We got a soup terrorist. Rayner's blown a canister. And we're the most wanted cunts in the country. But don't you worry.
Okay. Okay, so that was episode 1 of season 2 of The Boys. So to start out with, I like that they kind of ended, they ended the first episode of this season in a similar way to how they ended the first episode of the second season. In some respects anyway, in that, in the first season, you know, we're mostly kind of following Willie around, and we see some of Starlight and the various heroes at Vought. It's setting the stage, and then Butcher shows up to help him, you know, fight his way out of that situation at the end. So, and then of course here we're again mostly following... Why the fuck am I calling him Willie? What the hell? Hughie. I don't know, guys. I have no clue. I mean, maybe it's because it's Billy Butcher and then Hughie, and I'm just William Butcher. Just slap me or something. I'm good. Hughie. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're following Hughie, and seeing him in trying to navigate his way through the situation that they're left in. He's trying to like work with Annie. But at the same time, he's worried about her safety, but he's also got, you know, jealousy issues because he sees her hanging out with other guys, and their relationship is in this weird kind of limbo because of all of the lies that he told to her in the past. And then they're just kind of building on what's going on this season, what's going to be happening this season, and then at the end you have Butcher coming in again to kind of say, all right, now it's really about to kick off into overdrive. Another thing with this episode, of course, we saw basically every one of the kind of preview clips that were released ahead of time. So we got to see again that Black Noir again taking out the soup terrorist, and then what's her name? The new superhero, Stormfront, which with both of these characters that I just mentioned, there's storylines from the comics, and I have been spoiled online, as I'm sure many of you have, about what those storylines in the comics kind of do with those characters. So for me, I'm super curious to see if this season, if Black Noir is gonna go and turn out to be the same character. And I mean, I can't really say anything right without giving it away, because I don't want to spoil for anybody who doesn't know this already. I think if they go that way, it'll be really interesting, so I don't want to spoil it. But I'm really curious to see if that happens. And then Stormfront, obviously, apparently in the comics, is a guy, a male character, and also, I'm not going to spoil that either, but still, again, very curious to see if they're mostly going to stick with that storyline and just have done a gender swap, or if it's going to be something totally different. So I like the introduction of her so far. We had already seen that clip, but it was honestly much more enjoyable having already seen the incident with Homelander and Ashley and the original superhero that she tried to bring in, the Daredevil kind of stand-in that she tried to bring in to replace Translucent, and what Homelander did and everything he was saying to her afterwards. So that definitely put some more spin on it and made it more interesting to watch. We still didn't find out exactly why Homelander has not killed Butcher. I'm assuming that next episode we'll get some of that backstory of exactly what happened when Homelander and Butcher showed up at where Becca and Homelander's son have been this whole time, and why that led to Butcher still being alive. So yeah, very interested to see, you know, is Homelander just fucking with him? Is there some other thing going on? And where exactly has Butcher been since this happened? I don't know exactly how long it's even been. It can't have been too long. But then also, in relation to that, I am shocked. I am shocked that Homelander did not kill Madeline's baby. And I don't mean like actively kill the baby, but I would have expected him to leave the baby there in the house to be blown to bits with Madeline's body, because he hated that kid. He was so insanely jealous of that kid getting Madeline's attention. So I don't know. And he obviously doesn't have any qualms about killing people of any age. That's not a thing. So I'm curious as to why he went about and did that. If maybe he, like, underneath it felt some sort of sympathy for the kid because he saw himself in, like, this Oedipal relationship with Madeline too, or I really don't know. I don't know, but I'm wondering if they'll address that in the future. And then, like, I'm really curious to what is going to happen with the Deep and this clear, obvious reference to Scientology situation. Obviously, they're attempting to, like, indoctrinate him into whatever weird cult-like shit they're doing, probably so that they can have a Scientology plant in the Seven. So it seems like their goal is to sort of get him back on track, stop him from falling apart, and then maybe manage him in such a way that he can be back in the Seven, and then they can utilize him to whatever their point or interests are. So that's gonna be super interesting to see. And then the other thing that I'm really excited about is seeing more of Giancarlo Esposito as Mr. Edgar. So clearly there's going to be some issues between him and Homelander already. I mean, Homelander, he looked so furious in that moment after Mr. Edgar just completely talked down to him and just wiped the floor with him and basically indicated he did not care at all about what Homelander thought. He didn't feel threatened by Homelander suggesting that he was going to leave, or just by the fact that Homelander could kill him in half a second. Yeah, and you know, like Homelander said, he was being condescending, and he certainly was being condescending. And he said to him, I don't have to ask you for permission on anything. I'll bring in whoever I want to be a part of the Seven. You are not the most important thing that we have. That's Compound V. And then berated him for putting it out there and creating these soup terrorists just for his own little, you know, pity party purposes, in order to try and get his scheme from last season to actually work and be in effect. So I am very interested to see how that's going to develop. As I said, there's obviously going to be continued conflict between them, but it's kind of disturbing because the whole thing with him and Madeline and how he had this weird sexual but also motherly relationship with her because of his never having parents and longing for that, it's weird to say that I kind of want that to continue here, but I kind of do. I'm kind of like looking at this. The way that he was interacting with Mr. Edgar really seemed like, okay, he had the mother story with Madeline last season. Now is he going to have the overbearing, judgmental father story that you're rebelling against season with Mr. Edgar kind of filling that role? Because that's really what it seemed like, right? Homelander went in there trying to be all tough and big and throw his weight around like you saw he can do with pretty much everyone. You saw what he did with Ashley, how terrified she was. And Mr. Edgar just did not give a fuck. And he talked down to him condescendingly. He shamed him for the things that he'd done and basically tried to like put him down in his place. He disciplined him. He basically told him, all right, now you go off and do your little press nonsense, your premieres, and wear your little outfits, and we'll deal with the mess that you made. And so it really seemed like a condescending, judgmental father talking down to a son he's disappointed in sort of conversation. And so I'd be super, super excited to see if they continue to develop that this season with him kind of filling that role, since they did the mother thing last season, and how that would turn out. Is it going to ultimately result in, like, the son figure wanting to kill the father figure or whatever happens? I don't know. But yeah, so Butcher is back now. Hughie looked really not happy about that in any way, shape, or form. We know he has no positive thoughts about Butcher at this point after the end of last season. So, but the other guys are like, all right, well, we need him. So we're going to see how this is going to play out. I don't know if it's really going to help the situation or not, but it's in play. And then, of course, Annie also has gotten the compound, or is going to get the compound V, so that's in play too. So yeah, a good first episode. I'm excited to see what comes next, and I think I'll wrap it up there. So I'll just say thank you so much for joining me today, everybody, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.